Thank you for continuing to support the channel, Papa Genius on Politics. Continue to like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.
Nicki Minaj, I know it's been some days now. It's almost a week has passed by since that Turning Point USA convention and the statements that were made by Nicki Minaj. But the thing that's continuing to circle around is this petition for her to be deported back to her home country. Now, I'm not going to sign that petition because I just feel like it's pointless, okay? But I do want to say this, and that is, I did not appreciate her going onto that stage on that type of platform speaking for black women, and especially myself, a black American woman, a woman who has lineage here in the United States on both sides. Okay, she has lineage back in the Caribbean. My lineage is here in the United States. So I think that my take on this situation has some validity to it. I don't know what her experience has been. And for her to say that black women need to stop hating on white women, that was so poorly stated. And it was a misrepresentation of so many black American women. If there's anything that people know about black women, and that is, we are some of the biggest supporters. We are some of the biggest supporters. Whether there is a ticker tape out there or a sign or some type of, agenda, whatever, we may not get it, but we know that we support women of all kinds, okay? Not just white women, Asian women, Latino women, indigenous women. Black American women are always supporting a form of a sisterhood. And in fact, for white American women to be the first ones to vote, a lot of that was supported by black American women who were newly freed slaves that support a lot of the suffrage movement here in the United States. But that's never really talked about. We've supported these homes where a lot of these corporations today would have never been able to get to the ranks of where they were at if they didn't have someone helping them in their homes and in these offices.
As black women, we felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty. If we felt like that as black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Amen. Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful.
We have always been a support system. And I just think that it's so uncouth of Nicki Minaj to say what she said. And I think that it further divides, especially the professional roles of black women and white women. And this country doesn't need any further division.
I mean, Nicki Minaj, I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't.
Nicki Minaj is a hypocrite.
People are being kidnapped, people are being killed, brutalized, while they're in church, all because of their religion. And that should spark outrage in the great America. We are not going to be silenced by the bullies anymore, okay? Hear that. Receive that, bullies. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world.
Today, Nicki Minaj put up on that whole Turning Point USA thing with Erica Kirk, and she's just regurgitating whatever Massa wants her to say. She had a lot of All Lives Matter rhetoric and many opinions with no basis behind it. It felt very Kanye. It's just hypocritical to talk about people being taken and kidnapped while that's literally being encouraged by the people you're shucking and jiving for. Nicki Minaj said that she'll speak up for Christians no matter where they are in this world. But what about these Christians?
authorities targeted places of faith, and the immigrant church community is still feeling the aftershocks.
We heard the news about ICE, but we say this is a safety place, and we're not doing nothing. We are not criminals.
Faith leaders say ICE agents displayed aggressive tactics, frightening their congregations. Many immigrant churches stopped holding services for weeks, as some 30,000 children also reportedly stayed home from school. Pastor Victor Ramirez says ICE agents moved in unexpectedly, causing some members to head into the woods while others hid inside for safety.
More like misturning her points in USA. Because otherwise, this is the Nicki Minaj that we all know, okay? This is the brand that she has been pushing for over a decade since she's been in this industry. This is what we know of Nicki Minaj. And we're going to unveil some other little past videos that she's made in statements that came from her own mouth, not AI, from her past, because now she wants to act like she's so pro MAGA. And yeah, you can have a right to change your mind, but the authenticity, okay, people know when you are real and when you are faking it. And even though I don't align with the MAGA movement, I hope that they realize that this is not authentic Nicki, and that she's trying to use their platform for her own personal
and you
reasons.
have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
So why now have you been involved with speaking about politics? What was kind of the turning point for you? Yeah.
Well, boys, be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay. Be boys. It's nothing wrong with being a boy. How about that?
Amen.
Just a few years ago.
Encourage my gay fans to be fighters and to be brave. People face difficulties no matter who you are. You know, so I face difficulties with a lot of things. I face opposition every day, but I didn't kill myself, and now, thank God, I'm here. And so I want my life to be a testimony to my fans and my gay fans. I mean, I could never imagine what, they're going through. But I know that suicide's never the answer, and I know that things always get better.
Granted, I understand there are personal convictions you may have. I'm a Christian. There's personal convictions I have that I believe in traditional families. But I'm not going to hate on another individual that has a different sexuality, different from mine. What I feel like Nicki Minaj is doing right now is she's throwing her main audience, her base, especially her Barbie movement, a lot of the things that she has done over the years and capitalized from the LGBTQ community, she's now throwing them under the bus. And I feel like it's so disingenuous when she's patronizing this group, this audience, letting them know, oh, it's okay to be a boy. Yes, it is absolutely okay to be a boy. Yes, masculinity is great. However, it's like a slide comment to insult the LGBTQ community that she has profited from. And this is where I also lose respect for her, because there's a way that you can do that without now just completely railroading them after you've used them and you've squeezed them out for profits like a lemon.
So Nicki Minaj appeared on stage alongside Erica Kirk and praised President Trump. And people are wondering why. Why? Maybe she's looking for a pardon for her older brother. It seems they have a lot in common with this administration. And Trump having no morals whatsoever, all it's going to take is a number. How low is Trump willing to go? And this was with an 11-year-old, for those wondering.
And a Nassau County jury just convicted rap star Nicki Minaj. Prosecutors say 2 years ago, Jelani Mirage repeatedly 11-year-old girl at his Baldwin home. Mirage's attorney claims the child's mom made up the allegations. Now, the defense claimed it was a scheme to get Mirage's rock star sister Nicki Minaj to pay $25 million in hush money. Mirage now faces up to life in.
This is what the article is reporting. The prosecutor said the boy unlocked a massive, ugly secret when he later revealed what he'd seen to a child protection worker after his sister sparked an investigation while talking to a school counselor. Prosecutor Emma Slane asked on Monday for the top punishment for Miraja, which he got, saying that his despicable crime cost the victim her childhood. The judge said his heart was like stone when it came to pleas of mercy for those who advocated on Mirage's behalf, which included letters from the defendant's sister and other supporters. So then they go on to share the letter. They're saying this. Nicki Minaj's letter, dated September 19, 2016, describes her brother as the most patient, gentle, genuine, giving, selfless man she's known, and someone who came to my mother's rescue often when she endured domestic violence, so that she and I could sleep peacefully at night. The rapper in the letter also accused the victim's mother of trying to extort her and asked the judge to show mercy to her brother and rethink punishing him for something he did not do. So Nicki Minaj is very much tied to the case now because that letter has come
Next
out.
case on the docket, and that's Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth
We all
Petty.
know who Mr. Kenneth Petty is, but do you know his criminal background? Well, I did the research, so you don't have to. And here's everything that I could find. So just a little backstory on their relationship first. Minaj and Petty attended LaGuardia High School in New York City together when they were teenagers living in Queens. They dated briefly at the time but lost touch over the years before reconnecting in 2018. On October 21st, 2019, Nicki confirmed that the two were married. In September the 30th, 2020, Nicki Minaj had confirmed that he and her had a child together. Now, he did serve 4 years in assault, and the details of the crime are truly horrifying. Moving on to his criminal history, Mr. Petty was convicted of a degree in April 1995 for an assault the previous year of a then 16-year-old girl. He was sentenced to 18 to 54 months in prison and is listed as a Level 2 registered sex offender in New York. He served 4 years behind bars for the assault. According to court records from the 1994 case, the 16-year-old victim explained to cops a terrifying situation in which she was allegedly abducted and violently by Mr. Petty. The victim told police that on September the 16th, 1994, in Queens, New York, she was walking down the street when Petty came up behind her and placed a hard object against her back, and it made a clicking sound. The victim believed Petty had a handgun against her body, and he instructed her to keep walking. The two walked to an address down the street, and she claims Petty forced her upstairs into his bedroom by pushing her from behind with what she believed to be a handgun. Inside the room, the victim claimed that he laid his weight and pinched her sides and squeezed her neck, causing her to sustain bruises and pain. She then claimed that Mr. Petty began to state that she tried to escape, but Mr. Petty brandished a knife and held it against her stomach, telling her, quotation, she could not leave.
And for young men, don't be new scum. Yes, see, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president.
Okay, I want y'all to say hi to my new little friend, Barbie Fraud, and her little man. Say hi, y'all, because she has more to say.
But when I have an ego, I'm a bitch. So I'll be that. But Donald Trump, he gets to hang out with young and have 50 different wives and just be cool. Oh, Donald, we love you. No thoughts. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I voted for him actually.
Oh, yeah? What do you like about him?
I wanted to bring the job back to America.
And what country are you from?
From America.
Our handsome, dashing president.
Can we all collectively agree that this was so unnecessary? It was so unnecessary on so many levels. And listen, I'm all for people going in whatever direction that they feel is right. Okay? But the thing is that I don't even believe that this is really how she felt.
Apparently, Nicki Minaj deleted her Instagram after losing like 10 million followers. Like, girl, what did you think was gonna happen? It's genuinely so crazy to me to like what was going on in her mind, knowing what her fan base is, knowing that her fan base is mainly queer people of color. Like, what did she think was going to happen?
So there's currently a growing movement to deport Nicki Minaj back to Trinidad. Nicki Minaj is the greatest female rapper of all time. Argue with your mama. But she's had like a wave of unpopularity that's lasted pretty much since the start of this decade. Getting in beefs that she's losing, her sales dropping, you know, getting rejected by the hip hop community in general by just being like mean. Plus all that on top of like personal drama in her life. Like she got married to a guy that's accused of some really heinous crime. Her brother was also accused of some heinous crimes, some SVU kind of crimes, but she paid for his legal fees, even though like the victim was like her own relative. I don't know. So she did all that. Nobody likes her anymore. So she decided to become a Republican, as you do. She's a part of the Trump administration. Like she's an ambassador for the Trump administration. Plus she's working with Charlie Kirk's widow, you know, Turning Point USA. So she's like a talking head for them now, I guess. Said, I love Donald Trump. So she's glazing, doing tricks on it, doing spin.
I'm disappointed in my sister, Nicki. You have no business using hip hop music to build yourself in black culture. Very talented sister, very articulate sister, very intelligent sister, tremendous lyricist. Few sisters I could put in front of her in terms of lyrical talent. But how dare you build a comfortable life for you and your beautiful family on black culture and then turn around and use that success to help Donald Trump leverage his military agenda against black Africa, the black Caribbean, and black America. I need her to understand, Art, Sister Nicki, you are being used against the black Caribbean. You are being used against black Africa, and you are being used against black America.
Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope that you have a great and wonderful day.